Hi, Nancy here with more Nature Notes with Nancy. Come with me as we explore some of the wildflowers found at Sulphur Spring Conservation Area. Hepatica is one of the first flowers to bloom in spring, when only the leaves of the leeks and the trout lilies are seen. The three leaves on the Hepatica plant resemble the lobes of the liver. That's how Hepatica got its name. The flowers can be pink, white, blue, or purple. Trout lily gets its name from the fact that the leaves are mottled, looking kind of like a speckled trout. It's also known as adder's tongue or dogtooth violet. Bloodroot is another early spring wildflower found in the forest. This one has white flowers with petals that slowly drop off as the leaves continue to grow in large clumps. The plant is named after the fact that the sap from this plant is orangish red in color and was once used by the First Nations people as a skin dye. Jack in the pulpit is a unique looking flower that blooms in the moist, rich woods. The hooded part of the jack in the pulpit is actually a modified stalk called the spadix. Inside is the spathe, the jack, the dark brown or green part that actually has the flowers on it, tiny green or yellow flowers that will eventually, in the fall, turn into bright red berries. Red Trillium, or Stinking Benjamin, is the first of the Trillium family to arrive in early spring. It's also known as wake robin. Stinking Benjamin because it stinks. It attracts pollinators that way. Our next to arrive is the white Trillium. White trilliums, when they start to fade away, they actually turn pink in color. Eventually, later in the season, you'll start to see the seeds form. Sarsaparilla blooms later in May, even into early June, in dry or moist open woods. The roots of this plant were once used to help flavor root beer. Wintergreen gets its name because the leaves are evergreen, even green in the middle of winter time. The waxy-like flowers bloom close to the ground and are replaced with a fruit that's almost berry-like. Wintergreen, Bunchberry, and Starflower are all found growing in boggy areas. The Starflower gets its name because of the flower looking like a star, 7 petals on every flower. The 4 white petals are actually bracts on Bunchberry. The flowers are small, tiny flowerets in the center, which are replaced later in the season with berries. The berries are only eaten by animals. Fringed Polygala, or gay wings, is found along the trails in late May and early June. The interesting thing about this plant, the ends of the seeds have a succulent appendage on them that attracts ants. And the ants then eat the oil that comes from the appendage and have dispersed then the seeds to their homes and beyond. They become the planters of new Fringed Polygala in different places. Those were just a few of the wildflowers found at Sulphur Spring Conservation Area. Remember, please stay on the trails and don't pick any wildflowers. Let them be there for others to enjoy as well. Have a great day. We'll see you next time on Nature Notes with Nancy.